beginnings&always, welcome back to my channel. So in today's episode of Our Life Beginnings and Always, we are going to be continuing with the ending of step 3. So if you have not seen the previous episode, I highly recommend you go back and watch that. You will understand where we are at unless you played this game before and whatnot. So yeah, but before we get started, make sure to hit the subscribe button and share this video with your friends so they can find out about my amazing channel just like you have right now. So yeah, let's get it. I hope you enjoy. I totally did not mess up my intro. Oh my god. Alright, so we left off after Derek called us. I just mispronounced it again. Okay, oh my god, what is going on with my pronunciation like lately? So yeah, like Derek ended up calling us and I was like so excited and I was like, alright, I'm gonna leave it off here on a good hit, like cliffhanger, and then now I'm back, so yeah. Hanging up, the conversation left you energized and in good spirits. It was exactly what you need to make this day even better. You hurried over to your mom's and helped put the rest of the food out. In moments you noticed Cove at your side. So what did they say? They're gonna come. Yay! What are their names? I don't remember their names. Terry and Miranda. Okay, yeah. Sorry, we haven't hung out with them in a long time. I'm forgetting people's names. Cool, thanks for calling them. No problem. I'm glad I thought of it. They'll meet us here later today. Shouldn't be too long. I can't wait. While on the topic of inviting people to join, you realized there was someone else you could call as well. You had gotten Baxter's number earlier that summer. Ooh, yeah, let's message him. Oops. Yeah, let's message him. Everyone else was gonna be there. You didn't want him to be left out. You sent him a text and hoped he'd show. After that, you made sure to mention what you'd done. No one seemed to mind. Once the setup was done, everyone got comfortable and dug into the food. You couldn't remember the last time breakfast tasted this good, but you attributed it to the gorgeous ocean view and soothing sea breeze. Morning swiftly gave way to afternoon, and a very recognizable face came walking down to the shore. It was Baxter. He came. He pleasantly approached with a wave. Hi, Baxter! Hello there. I appreciate the invite to the party. Of course, you're welcome with us. We brought plenty of towels and food and sunscreen. Yeah, you're one of the neighbors. Kick back and relax with us. Thank you. Baxter's gaze moved over to you and Cove. He smiled. Mina, Cove, long time no see. Hi. You waved from where you leisurely sat and Cove nodded. I'm glad you decided to come. So am I. We meet again. Oh my god. Yes, lucky for me. A few giggles escaped Lee as she watched Baxter. It was then that Baxter noticed a face he didn't immediately recognize from around the neighborhood. He turned up his charm even more for the introduction. Excuse me, I'm Baxter Ward. I'm sorry we haven't met before. Oh, yeah, I forgot. He hasn't met Kira. I forgot. I was like, who haven't you, met? I was like, you met all of us. Well, I'm not typically from around this area, just visiting. I'm Cove's mom. Oh, I remember that. It's very nice to meet you. Oh my god, I love Kira. After that, Baxter spent some time getting better acquainted with everyone, and Terry and Miranda arrived excitedly. The conversation shifted to what you would all do next.
In that case,
We could do a few rounds of volleyball. There's plenty of us now. Could I play? Oh, Miranda looks so cute. Of course. Miranda brightened, delighted with this plan. Ma looked around to see if there were any takers. Any other takers, sorry. I don't feel like playing. I'd have to change, but it'd be fun to watch. Alright, I could be the ref. My eyes won't miss a thing. Sure, Mr. Holden. Volleyball is a good idea, but there should probably be something happening for those who aren't a fan. Ooh, I have some crafting supplies we could use to make jewelry. We could even use stuff we find around the beach to accentuate them. I don't know how to say that. What? Really? I want to make a necklace. I'd be interested in trying my hand at that too. I could do that. Nice. Improv crafting is my kind of party. I'd like to join too, please. Oh, do you want volleyball or jewelry? No, let's do some volleyball. Do we normally play sports? I don't even know. You looked at Ma, ready to jump into a competitive mode. She looked thrilled to have you on board. Kira got up from the towel she was sitting on. She brushed some sand off her legs and then stretched her arms over her head. I'm up for a few rounds. Oh my god, it's gonna be mom and son versus mom and daughter. Oh my god. Now that plans were settled, the group temporarily split into two. Alright, sports stars, you're gonna have to pick partners and then it's game on. Mr. Holden left the rest of you to deliberate, turned his attention to making a makeshift court in the sand. I want Kira! Well, she walked over to you and hooked her arm around yours. You laughed. I want to be on Mina's team. Alright, it'll be Mom and me. Okay. That left Miranda to partner up with Kira. She nodded firmly. Okay. Okay, I want Kira, but alright. Let's have fun. When Mr. Holden finished drawing the court, he went and fetched the volleyball from the various other supplies you all brought there. Sounds like we all have our teams set, right? Yes. Good. Now get to your sides. The four of you situated yourselves on one side or the other of the court with your partner. Mr. Holden tossed the ball to Ma. Since this was all Nolani's idea, I think it's fair she gets to serve first. Thank you, Cliff. Woo! Ma, show him who's boss. Go me and make them eat sand. You kicked a small heap of sand out of your way on the simple court, making her laugh. You turned back towards Ma. Don't hold back. I wouldn't think of it. With that, Ma got into position and delivered a practice first serve. The game began. In the battle over the volleyball, both teams scored points. There wasn't a set amount to reach to end things, so it went back and forth for as long as everyone wanted to play. And the game went on for quite a while as everyone got into it, especially with the cheers and added commentary. Liz and Mr. Holden made the whole game better with their humor and wit. From a distance, the jewelry-making group would also cheer when they heard shouts coming out of the court. On top of that, they would hold up each newly made piece in the air and the players would take a breather to applaud the creation. It wasn't until all of you were exhausted from the running, spiking, and diving that a truce was called. You enjoyed every moment of it. The afternoon continued to drift by, but the fun was still going strong. Occasionally, someone would head back to the houses to use the bathroom, rest away from the sun a while, or retrieve something that they needed, but they always came back. The beach was never empty, and there was always a new conversation to take part in or another game to join. At one point, Mr. Holden even broke out his pack of cards. Oh my god. No, not good old fish. He roped the whole group into a few rounds of good old Go Fish. No, not Go Fish. He's like a master at that. There was only one thing that could bring this beach day to an end, and that was for the day itself to end. Before anyone realized it, the sun began to set over the sea. As that happened, you were taking a break, sitting on a towel with your legs stretched out past it and your feet buried in the warm sand. Shortly, you looked up to see your moms approaching. They stopped in front of you and you smiled. Hey there, kiddo. How are you doing? I'm doing really good. How about you? We're wonderful. They both sat down, squashing you between them. Ma leaned her head against yours, and Mom started rubbing your back soothingly. Nothing more was said at first, but Ma sighed contentedly. Mom looked at you wistfully. We're both really proud of you, Mina. You grew up to be more than we could ever have hoped. It's only thanks to you two. Ma wrapped an arm around your middle and squeezed you tightly in a side hug. Mom continued lightly scratching your back. That means a lot, but I still think you're selling yourself short. You've always been a lovely person, and I'm so thrilled to know you. Aww, your voice faltered. You honestly couldn't imagine your life any other way. Ma lightly brushed some of your hair back and left a small kiss there. I'm so happy I got to have you as both my moms. After all three of you were sitting there getting all sentimental, I don't know how we got so lucky with you and Liz. Moss reached out in front of you for Mom's hand. She gave it to her and Moss squeezed it. Mina has a point. We must have done something right. You stayed there quietly and contentedly, watching the sun set with your parents for a while. Until Mr. Holden called out to you. He was still walking in your direction. We were talking, think we're gonna take a walk down the shore. Any of you want to come? Automatically, you looked to your moms for what they were thinking. Ma glanced from you to Ma and smiled. That sounds good to me. Yes, that'd be very nice. My legs need some stretching. Let's go. Thrilled, Mr. Holden threw out a thumbs up and began heading back to the way he came in, jaw. Hey, don't leave us in the dust. Cliff kept going forward, but flipped around, walking backwards across the sand so he could face you again. Don't worry, we wouldn't leave without you. Alright, we'll catch up. Ready to go? I need a picture. Pretty. Ready to go? Uh-huh. Both of your moms held out a hand to you. Chuckling, you gave them each one, and you all strolled back to the rest of the group. When Liz was in reach, Ma used her free hand to pull her into it too. Liz shook her head, but her mouth quirked into a smirk and she didn't resist. Oh my god, this is so pretty! Together as a family, you followed behind the others hand in hand. Your feet squashed into the wet sand as the waves rolled over them, and you didn't have a single care in the world as more and more stars began to dot the sky. Oh my god, this is so pretty. It's showing my mouth, I think. No. Once the sun had been out of sight, it was finally time to pack up. The closing of the day and the ever-approaching end of summer seemed to intertwine. It caused a quiet, reflective mood to blanket over the group. On the beach, Cherry and Miranda took turns compressing Cove in a hug before moving on to do the same to you. You chuckled, still overjoyed that you got to see them today. Aww. I'm sorry we have to go already. My parents are here. That's okay. But still, I wish we could help clear this all up. Don't worry about it. Just thanks for coming out today. It was cool having everyone here. Oh yeah, I'm super glad we came. Hopefully we can do it again sometime. Nodding, you turned your attention to Terry. She wore a large grin on her face and held a hand out for a low five. You obliged. Take care of yourselves, buddies. Bye, Terry. Bye, Miranda. After that, they walked away, waving to you and Cove as they went down the shore. Cove waved quietly back with a small smile on his face. Bye! You cupped your hands around your mouth to project the word louder. They both waved faster. Bye! Have a good night. Taking you by surprise, Cherry jumped and twisted around. She kept up with Miranda by walking backwards. Oh my god. She kept the mood of your fair world light by shooting finger guns at you and Cove. Miranda bumped her with the hip. It left everyone to laugh just before they disappeared down the bend. Mina? Hey Cove, can you come here? Both of your parents were motioning for you. The two of you went to them. Tons of things ended up at the beach over the course of the day, so there was still so much to pack up and the parents needed help. With a nod, you got to it, stuffing various things into bags and bundling them up in towels. Once things were ready to go, everyone filled their arms with as much as they could carry. Absolutely no one wanted this to be a back and forth kind of task. The walk back home ended up being mostly quiet. Each person seemed to be feeling the effects of the day. A cool breeze carried you across the sand and onto the road. There was a sigh of relief from what felt like the group as a whole when they arrived back to the neighborhood. Baxter carefully placed what he had been carrying on the ground. Thank you so much for helping with that. No, thank you for allowing me to join today. You all shared with me. Helping to carry it back is the least I can do. Ma nodded and the others started collecting their things from his pile. Baxter, meanwhile, stepped over to you and Cove. It really was a pleasure getting to know you both this summer. You too, Baxter. Oh my god, I don't want Baxter to leave. No. His head tilted towards you and he smiled warmly. Baxter offered you his hand. You used your favorite hand to shake his. You waved goodbye. You patted it. No, give him a side hug. It took a moment, but after shuffling what you were carrying, you were able to free one of your hands enough to pull Baxter into a quick hug. He genuinely laughed and looked at you fondly when you let go. I really enjoyed meeting you. I'm delighted to hear that. I enjoyed this vacation enormously thanks to you. Enormously thanks to you. Oh god. Okay. Baxter turned to shake Cove's hand this time. He was a little incredulous for a moment, but then Cove eventually shifted what he was carrying and took Baxter's hand. It wasn't long, but it was a solid handshake. Baxter was clearly pleased. I wish we had more time together, but it was still a nice ride while it lasted. Would happily do it all over again. Bye, Baxter. No! Yeah, bye! Baxter nodded and walked a few steps toward his condo. He then stopped and waved. Goodbye. No! No! Baxter sauntered away completely and disappeared inside the condo to return to his own things. His time with you and your family and friends ending. No. No. I don't want things to end. Oh my god, I want to cry right now. I'm not even joking. I want to cry because I don't want anyone to leave. I want Baxter. I want all of us to go to the beach again. That was so much fun. He paused for a moment, staring at where he went. But afterwards, he looked back over at the rest of the group. Leah and Liz were just going inside your house. You couldn't spot Kira or Mr. Holden anywhere, but the door to their house was wide open. Mom approached you with an amused look on her face. Seems like you're holding up some Holden things. Oh my god. Shut up. Surprised? You glanced down to take a quick inventory of what you were holding. Mama's right. Some of it belonged to the neighbors. Would you mind dropping it off now? Can do. It's not a problem. Thank you very much. Cove took a few steps toward his house and stopped waiting for you. Good night, Cove. I'll see you inside, Mina. Night. You called up to Cove and together you went over to his house. Walking in the front door, you saw Kira and Mr. Holden busily unpacking already. Things were scattered on counters and they were moving around each other, putting the items away. They both lifted their heads when Cove closed the front door. Hey. It's nice seeing you again already, Mina. Her teasing tone brought a light smile to your face. You hefted the stuff in your arms a little closer. I ended up with things of yours from the beach. Oh, thanks for getting that to us. You can put it here on that coffee table. Mr. Holden pointed at the surface he was referring to, and you immediately left what didn't belong to your family there. Cove put his own things down on the floor just at his feet, wadding through everything strewn about to reach his parents. Putting your family's stuff on the ground for a moment, you dusted your hands off and straightened up. You needed a second of rest and a minute to resituate it all. You went over to where the others were too. Kira opened her arms wide, wanting to hug you. Aww, no, y'all can make me cry. Oh my god. Why is this game making me cry? I'm getting so tired of this. Why is this game making me cry? This game has made me cry 3 times now. One was, I think, the first time was with Cove, and then the other was like an episode or 2 ago. I don't remember. Oh my god, why is this making me cry? Kira, don't leave me, please. Out of everyone, don't leave me. Please, I'm more important than Cove. Happily you went, sir. She held on tightly. Over the years, you were able to form a good rapport with her, and you were grateful for that. You could feel in her hug how much Kira had grown to care about you. Oh my god. It brought an affectionate smile to your face. Oh my god. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. It was a blast. It's no problem. I had fun too. Oh my god. I need to calm down. Holy crap. Kira eventually released you, but patted the tops of your shoulders as a final gesture. Oh my god. I need a drink or something. I need like alcohol or something. I don't know. Lord. And I didn't mean that, by the way. I don't need alcohol. I was just saying that because I'm crying and I say the weirdest things when I cry. Every time I've gotten to come by, it's been an absolute joy. Things really couldn't have worked out better. Oh, Mr. Holden, no! Mr. Holden took a step closer to you. Kira moved aside to let him say goodbye too. He grinned. Thanks for always being such a friendly neighbor, and not just right now, but for as long as I've known you. I didn't always make it easier. But you and your family are good people. I really, truly appreciate it. Oh my god! Thanks again, Mina, so much. At that, Mr. Holden reached over and gave you a soft pat on the top of your head. You hugged him. Taken in by surprise, you lashed your arms around Mr. Holden. He let out a small squeak of rigid. After a moment, he relaxed and began to lightly pat your back before shifting into a full hug. You held on firmly. Thank you for being a good neighbor. As you let go, he sniffled, but when he met your gaze once more, his mouth pulled into a wide, happy grin. Mr. Holden was staring at you, but his gaze seemed far away. Maybe he was looking back at who he used to be, the 8-year-old he had asked to be his son's new friend. Bye, Mina. Aw. You smiled softly. Then Cove took a step forward. He gestured to his pile of things he had carried into the house. Don't worry about all that. I'll put stuff away in a few minutes. Right, I need to go do the same with my family. I figured. I mean, are y'all gonna hug? Yeah. Take me home. Cove walked you to the door and held it open. Taking one last check around to make sure you had all your things to bring home, you went into the road. He leaned his body against the door frame, not following you out. So this is it, huh? Actually, that's not what I meant. His expression twisted and he shook his head a bit like he was trying to banish the pensive thoughts. I'll just say bye. Bye, I'll see you soon. Your mouth pulled into a soft smile and you weren't sure who you were trying to reassure more. Cove reached forward and gently cupped your face with one hand. His thumb trailed across your cheek for several heartbeats. Mesmerized by his blue eyes, you stepped forward, delighted to oblige the request he was silently asking. He met you halfway as you smiled into the kiss. It was soft with longing, your chest ached knowing that there couldn't be anything more than this, at least for now. One of his hands grabbed onto the door handle and firmly held it. He was stopping himself from coming along with you. Aw, no, come along with me. As you walked over to your front door, you stopped. Turning around, you spotted Cove right where you left him. You laughed quietly to yourself. For a small pause, you both stared at each other from across the street. Aw, right back to hugging goodbye. You put the remaining stuff from the beach down on the step and almost tripped, bolting across the road. The next thing you knew, you were diving into Cove's arms, wrapping your arms around his middle. The force of it knocked you both loudly into the doorway. But neither of you cared. You both held each other tightly, and you could feel Cove resting his cheek on the top of your head. Night, Mina. He smelled like salt water and sunscreen and like home. It was a while until either of you thought to separate. Slowly, you made the trek home and collected what you left on the step into your arms again. Things couldn't be dragged out any longer. After one more shared smile, you opened the door and went inside, shutting it behind you. A few steps in, you saw your family gathered in the living room. They were still busy unpacking and cleaning. You added the things you brought to the pile on the kitchen counter. Mom stood up, rubbing her eyes a bit. She yawned loudly. Bush. How about we finish the rest of the chores tomorrow? Yes, honestly, it's too late for this. Please and thank you. Mom put her hands on her hips and turned to assess the room. Mom was not one who liked to leave a mess about, but she sighed. I suppose we can make an exception to the usual rule. It really has been a long day. Liz grinned contentedly. Lee wasted no time in skipping over to you and hooked you in a side hug. Good night. I hope you have the loveliest dreams of you. I've dreams of you know who. Oh my god. Lee will never stop teasing us. Lee ended that sentence with a wink and a hearty laugh. She let you go. You hugged her back. You pulled her close and into a bear hug. Lee giggled until you released her. I hope you sleep well, too. Oh, I totally will. The moment my head hits the pillow, I'll be out. Here's to us, Mina. Tonight, tomorrow, and forever. Aww. Yeah, family forever. Lee leaned in close to whisper in your ear. You didn't fail to catch the teasing look on her face. Exactly, there's no escape. They got a laugh out of you. You lightly pushed her shoulder. Lee stretched her arms high over her head and she yawned loudly and looked at you with tired eyes. I think that's my cue to head to bed. Bye. I think so too. Have fun sharing the room with Liz. She laughed at that and Lee shuffled off towards the guest bedroom. Before you had a chance to do anything else, you could feel the top of your head being tapped. You spun around to see Liz smirking. Nighty night. I'm heading to bed too. It's been a long day and I have a lot to prepare for tomorrow. Exhaling, you automatically started fixing the back of your hair. When Liz didn't immediately walk away, you smiled softly at her. Everything okay? Her gaze moved away and you knew she had more to say. You waited patiently for Liz to compose her thoughts. It's been a good summer. It was nice to come back home. You nodded and Liz gave you a teasing nudge as she went by. Amused, you turned and watched her go. Love you, baby sister. Bye, old sister! Liz turned back to smirk at you. Chuckling, you gave her a small wave. Sleep well. You too. When Liz was out of sight, Mom started up the next conversation over her shoulder. Aren't you heading up to bed too? Why don't we just finished getting everything cleaned up. What? Are you sure it can wait? Glancing around the room a moment, the disarray made you feel a bit twitchy. You had a feeling that you'd sleep sunder if you took your time cleaning before bed. Yeah. Ma came over too, smiling understandingly. She pulled you into a big hug. Alright, you do what you need to do. I love you. When you were done hugging Mom pulled you into another hug. Their actions basically handing you off to the other had you laughing jovially. I love you so much. Aw, you're the best parents. Aw, ah! Ah! Oh my god. Ma's eyes sparkled from your compliment. Mom pulled you into another hug. Good night, kiddo. Sleep tight. Good night, sweetie. Night. After that, your mom's headed off towards their bedroom down the hall. You were about to turn in the other direction when you heard Mom's voice. And don't let the bed bugs bite. Aww, it's from step 1. You heard Ma chuckling as you watched them go with a smile. It was a while later when you were finished putting everything away. You didn't rush the process at all. Your sleeping hours may have cut into, but you felt so much better getting this done. You sighed contentedly, gazing at the organized living room and kitchen before you could take a well-earned break on the couch. Something out of the corner caught your eye. Your feet brought you right in front of the large window spanning the length of the back wall. You stared out into the hills behind your house. As if on cue, your phone came on, alerting you of a new notification. It was Cove. Wanna hang out on the hill tonight? Aw, yeah, let's go. Something inside told you that this was the right kind of night to take a trip out there. You sent him back a very quick message. Yeah. Heart. Aww. I love Cove. Oh no, I don't want it to end. You went over to the front door and stepping over the threshold, you gave the living room one last glance over your shoulder. Then you shut the door behind you. Silently, you made your way to the poppy hill. With light steps in the dark, you walked across the hills behind your house. Up ahead at the very top, silhouetted behind the night sky, was a familiar figure already waiting there. Smiling, you wondered just how he always got there first. You even had the advantage of living closer. Then again, and maybe it was only in your mind, but somehow Cove was intrinsically, oh my god, I need Google Translate. I need to figure out how to, oh my god. Google Translate. No, I need my English, because I speak English. Intrinsically. Intrinsically linked with this place. After all these years, it would be weird to scan this horizon and not find him there. As surreal as the shore without the sea. The distance between you was growing shorter by the second. Hearing the grass and earth crunch underneath your feet, Cove turned. A grin spread over his face as he saw you. You took your place standing behind him on the crest of the poppy hill, looking out over the ocean. Same as you'd done on countless times since he had first arrived, when you found him on this very same spot. Mina. He had officially broken the silence, the spell that held you both in place. You looked at him expectantly. There's something I've always kind of wondered about. He cocked his head, giving you a sidelong glance. What did you think about when we met? I was just a kid you'd never seen before, bawling his eyes out on the hill next to your house. He chuckled, his eyes drifting towards the sea beyond before flicking back to you. The way his gaze pulled back to you made it clear that he was genuinely invested in the topic. Luckily for him, you remembered what initially struck you in that moment. It was as if it had only happened yesterday. Well, I remember noticing your very bright green hair. Oh my god, do you remember the first episode, you guys, where, oh my god, that was so long ago, where you first met Cove? I think he had ran away from his dad or something. Oh, oops. Cove burst into genuine laughter at your reply. I guess that's fair. It did kind of stick out. Sighing a bit, you continue to reminisce about that first meeting. I also remember feeling bad about what was happening. I remember that too. He ran a hand through his hair and you knew his line of questioning wasn't at an end, even before he spoke again. Do you remember what you thought about me, as a person? Was I annoying or mean or... Oh my god. Ah, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I wanted to marry you. Oh my god. I wanted to get to know you. I didn't know what the feelings were at the time, but I thought you were cute right away. I wanted to marry you. I'm flabbergasted. Oh my god. Honestly, it was love at first sight, though I didn't realize it at the time. I was just worried about you because you were so sad. I don't really remember anymore. Cove turned fully to face you, his mouth hung wide open. Seriously, you wanted to marry me after the way I acted when we met? Yeah? He stared at you, eyes as round as the full moon, then he tucked his head up when he seemed to be struggling for a way to respond. Cove! I don't even know what to say to that. You really just knew I was right for you? He took a deep breath, building up his courage for what he wanted to bring up next. I wonder if we were meant to be together. I think we were. Cove smiled bashfully, his eyes flicking back to you under green lashes. Oh my god, Cove, I love you so much. I love you. Cove's hand drifted to the scar on his arm, his fingers unconsciously gliding over the mark. It was much less noticeable than it had been when the neon pink cast had first come off, shrunken gradually over the years as his body healed, but then dwarfed in comparison to his growing body. Still, his fingers came back to it without thinking. His head drooped as he looked down at the ground. The grass ruffled gently against his feet, tousled by the breeze rolling off the sea. When he spoke, his voice was quiet. You seemed special to me as soon as I saw you. Though admittedly, as a little kid, I definitely didn't think wedding bells were the reason for that. You raised an eyebrow to his vague words, wondering what it was that he meant. Cove lifted his head up, finally committing to meet your eyes fully once more. I remember you that day. I remember it really well. I don't think I'd ever be able to forget. I can picture the way you looked back then when I first saw you standing right here. I still know the expression on your face when you chose to sit with me in the grass. Wow. He chuckled self-divergently at interrupting his own monologue. You scared me at first. I figured I'd be alone out there until I had to face my dad again, and then suddenly another kid appeared out of nowhere. It was startling, but I got over that fast. You were a strange person in a strange place, but in that moment you were exactly what I needed. Somebody I could talk to freely about what was happening and how it made me feel. And you listened to me, you stayed with me. He sighed and bit his lip as he gave a small smile. I was a little bit spoiled growing up. It wasn't bad, you were dealing with a lot. Cove tilted his head to the side, smiling softly at your defense of his smaller self. He looked off again, seeking clarity for his thoughts in the expanse of the night sky. What I'm trying to say is, when I was younger, I viewed myself basically as the center of the universe. I didn't even imagine it wasn't like that. Things didn't simply happen. That would be so... I can't talk. Things didn't simply happen. That would be weird according to my little kid brain. It made far more sense than that everything in my life had a specific connection to me somehow, right? He sought affirmation in you, wavy eyebrows raised as he tried to explain his childlike logic. So at the time, you felt almost unreal. Like you weren't just anyone, some other kid who happened to live in the neighborhood with your own whole life that wasn't connected to Cove Holden. No, to me you were there so that you could find me when I was lost. I kind of expected it to vanish like a dream when that night was over. I would wake up and everything would be the same again. I'd be back in my bed at home, my real home with both my parents. The future was something I couldn't picture anymore. I didn't know what school would be like when I went back, or the table where I'd eat breakfast the next morning, or anything. And if I couldn't imagine it, then how could I think it was something actually happening? I couldn't grasp my new reality. It was too big for me to hold all at once. So I never thought I'd see you again. Then Cove beamed at you, his eyes shining bright. And I never ever would have been able to guess that 10 years later, when I was a grown up, the two of us would still be together. I'm so glad I met you. It's hard to believe. It's been so long. Guess that makes me your dream come true. Mere words couldn't compass the joy you felt. You smiled. Aww. Cove returned to fully sharing your delight, but the smile faded from his face as his eyebrows drew together. That was the worst day of my life at the time. The day my family broke apart. It was too heavy for me to even think about it. I felt that way for I don't know how long. He held a hand over his heart, connecting with the pain he felt as a child, and looked at you earnestly.
Okay.
But that was never really true. Things have only gotten better with me and with Dad and Mom. It was the change we all needed. His eyes were going misty. So when I remember that time right now, it's the point that my life was over. Oh, it was only the moment that I met the woman I love. Oh my god. You're gonna make me cry. Come, please. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. When I was crying to a stranger over what I thought I'd lost, I didn't have any idea that she would be the one thing in the world that I actually wouldn't be able to live without. Aww, I never want to lose you. You won't. Aw, kiss him! He leaned into the kiss, his lips soft against yours. Cove sighed contentedly. His voice was as delicate as the petals on the poppies which crowned this hill. Himina, I'm so grateful you were there even when I wanted to run away. Aww. You didn't even know what to say back to that. His heartfelt appreciation left you speechless. He tilted his head up, thoughts lost in the sparse clouds above. I wonder how late it is. I guess it doesn't really matter. My dad is fine with me being out whenever. You could just use your phone to check the time. Sure, I could, but I'm probably not gonna. Are you gonna lay in the grass now? Wow, how'd you know? Lucky guess, Cove. With a chuckle, Cove plopped onto the ground, laid on his back, his usual way of spending time there. And we're sitting on Cove's chest. You took your rightful spot squarely on his chest. Cove wiggled a bit in protest, but accepted his fate. And how did I know you were gonna do that? You simply smiled down at him. Oh my god, this is so pretty. The both of you fully settled in to relax on the hill. It felt like just like the beginning of one of your nightly outings, but then you realized the sun was peeking out over the horizon. Cove spoke up with a disbelieving tone. It really was late. Your neighbor wasn't a stranger to being awake at dawn, however, not like this. He was normally an early sleeper, early riser. This unexpected sunrise particularly awed him. The two of you watched on silently as the sun began to light the world. Cove then propped himself up on the backs of his arms and looked at you with a soft expression on his face. Do you want to go back home? I could carry you if you're too tired. I'd rather stay a little longer. You couldn't resist a yawn, but you were serious. It couldn't be time to go already. Cove chuckled affectionately.
I get it.
Okay, but it's been a long day. We've done a lot of things already. Like, really a lot. It has to end sometime. Does it really have to end? Yeah, I don't think there's anything either of us can do about that one. But we can stay if you want to. Cove smiled brightly at you, as warm as the new rays of the sun that were tickling your skin. In that moment, you couldn't have appreciated him being there more. Oh my god. Are you serious? We can ask him to marry us, but don't normally the guys do that, not the girls? Teasingly? No. I don't know what to do. Should I do it? No, we're gonna wait. Wait, actually, I want to see what this means. You tilted your head away from Cove and smirked. You know what we should do later? Get married, just get out of the way. Okay, after this, let's see a movie and then plan our wedding. Mina! Cove's voice was stern, his expression serious. You can't say things like that. You know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna cry because I'm a big crybaby. Oh, you realize that you weren't really joking. You wanted to ask that question. Deep down, you had been serious. The thought of marrying Cove, it suddenly didn't seem funny. Cove as your husband with you forever. That was a dream, not a joke. What would you say? This unexpected wave of want crashed into you, and all you could do was stare at Cove helplessly. His gaze was steady and soft and utterly fixed on you. You willed him to understand you. You took a deep breath. You actually needed to say the words that would make this beautiful boy know what you actually meant. Cove, Mina. Dude! What have I done? Cove, I do want us to get married. Oh my god. Yes. I do too. What just happened? He buried his face in his hands immediately after that outburst. His bangs flopped down and hid the tips of his fingers after he hung his head low. Really? You were thrilled at his instant yes. Cove was still unable to face you directly. He curled in on himself, his back shaking. You realized he was trembling. Are you crying? Oh my god, Cove! Wait, did we propose to him? I didn't mean to do that. Cove's breath hitched and he nodded shakily. You leaned closer to him and smiled softly at your Cove. No, we're not doing this. No. We can, no, we're not proposing to him. He's gonna propose to us because I want to see him propose to us. That was nice, but I'm not proposing to him. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm really sorry. I'm sorry. Let's just teasingly, like, go back to... You let it go there. I'm sorry, my cry baby. You ended the joke and chuckled a little to drop the subject. You didn't want to actually upset him. It was important to Cove. Maybe the next time you brought it up, you would actually be serious. Cove shook his head and you relaxed as the sudden tension bled away. The two of you got comfortable once more and the sun continued to rise. Aw, thanks, Space Cadet. Aw. He gave you a bad smile and gave his own sentiment. Good night, Mina. Do y'all remember that? We ended up saying that to him on, like, the first episode. Oh my god, that was so long ago! Oh my god. Okay, y'all, I'm really sorry about... Oh my god, this thing is so pretty. That's gonna be my new desktop background. But yeah. Sorry about that, y'all. The two of you remained together on that familiar poppy hill where you first met until the world began to fade and blur. You were falling asleep. A few more gentle words drifted into your consciousness. See you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. Your eyelids dipped, but you felt good. You were safe and relaxed. Everything that had come before this had assured you of that. You were confident that when you opened them again, things would be okay. You opened your eyes. Instead of the walls of your room, you were surrounded by open sky. It was not soft pillows and sheets underneath you, but the bed of the earth and grass that you'd taken last night. The day welcomed you with a shining sun, a refreshing breeze, and the chirping song of birds. You cupped your face with your hands as you sat up, feeling the imprint of the blades of grass leaving lines into your cheeks. Mina. Hearing your name, you lowered your hands and looked around. There he was, your most influential neighbor, Cove Holden. Oh, this is so pretty! Oh my god, this is so pretty! Ah! He had made himself very comfortable, laying on his stomach with jewelry and shoes taken off and a flower in his hand. Good morning. Oh my god, I love this. Good morning to you too. Cove laughed, tickled with the overall situation and simply being able to spend time like this. Told you I'd see you tomorrow. Pretty safe bet. We see each other nearly every day. So, smiling at you, he shook your head and left Cove to his victory. Cove turned his head up to the sky, his expression content. Looks like it's gonna be a nice day. We'll have to come up with something to do to make the most of it. He trailed off, blinking slowly in the sunlight. Someday when we're even older than we are now, I wonder what we'll end up remembering this moment for. What will we feel when we look back at it? Will it be the same as what we're feeling right now? I can't see what the future is going to look like again, but I think that's alright. I don't know, but I'm looking forward to finding out. Cove turned back to you, nodding in full agreement. He eyed the hill sprawling out before you, and down below where the wild hill and nature gave way to civilization. Your home and Cove's lay at the bottom, neatly filed among the other houses in the neighborhood. Hey Mina, I bet I can beat you in getting back to the road. You laughed amongst by the wager that reminds you of so many moments in your youth. As much as I'd like it here, it's okay if we leave now. We can always come back to see the poppies and the fireflies again, right? Cove met your eyes, waiting for what you were going to say in response. We'll always be together in one way or another. Oh! He didn't know where that came from, but Cove blinked slowly, his eyes still locked on you. Though you didn't need to see his face to know that he adored you. If there had been any room for doubt, the tender way he spoke would have filled it up. You're one of a kind, huh? Yeah, I am. Cove beamed at you. His expression was so unlike the one he'd worn when you first found him here, swaddled in sadness and uncertainty. Yet you couldn't help but glimpse that boy once more underneath his bright expression and matured features. Come on. He offered you a hand, you accepted it, your palm fitting around his. Cove lifted himself up, pulling you along too. Our parents probably aren't gonna come running for us this time. We've got to make our own call, and I say that we can't hide away forever. Poppy Hill is just one part of things. There's more out there for us than this time in this place alone. Let's enjoy it. You couldn't say whether you were the one that broke into a run, if Cove had been the one to start, or if your feet had simultaneously made that choice for you both. The end result was the same, with the two of you dashing down the hill like children, but the nostalgic revelry that could only come as an adult. As the wind whipped past you, you knew that family and friends were waiting at the end of your sprint. There were more memories to make after all. Life takes another step forward. Step 2 is done! Oh my god! What? I'm shaking, you guys. I'm literally shaking. I'm shaking. Oh my goodness. No way. Oh my god, I'm shaking. Oh my god, no way. I can't believe step 3 is over. Oh my god, I'm actually gonna start crying again because I love this game. Oh my god. Oh my god. Y'all! Holy crap. Holy crap. Oh my god. I wanna cry. Ah! Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. I'm just enjoying this, like, this ending thing. Wow, oh my god, I can't believe it's over. Wow. Oh my god. I'm like back to the first episode from now, you guys. Wow. Guys, the first video and episode I ever uploaded on this channel was 8 months ago. We've been doing this game for almost a year. Holy crap. I'm still processing that this is over. Oh my god. I want to like bawl my eyes out. I don't know why, I just do. I don't want this game to be over. Thank you for playing. Thank you for having me. What's this? In between? Oh my god, you guys! We're on step 4, the last step! No! Oh my god, it sounds like a dying rooster or something right there. Oh my god. I don't believe this is over. This is almost over. I don't believe it. I cannot process it. Girl! Oh my god. No, I'm serious. I want to bawl my eyes out. But firstly, that ending to step 3 was so nice. That's probably been my most favorite ending. And in this step, Cove better propose, because I will throw a fit if he doesn't. I'm telling y'all, I will be so mad because I've waited for too long. And then, and I'm sorry that I went back, but I didn't want it to be me proposing to him. I thought like maybe I could like turn it around, but no, I couldn't do it, so I had to go back. But yeah, you guys, he better propose to me in this step. But yeah, everyone, oh my god, that is it. That's the ending of step 3. Holy lord, crack. God. Oh my god. Okay, everyone, so that is all for today's episode. I don't know how to end this. I'm like shocked. But yeah, everyone, that's all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and today might even be a double upload because I cannot leave y'all in that cliffhanger. I can't wait another day. I'm sorry. I have to go forward. So after I post this video, it'll be like a couple hours after this one. So yeah, everyone, hope y'all enjoyed it, and yeah. But lastly, you're a gentleman. Thank you for watching. Wonderful day, everyone. Bye.